Nick Carter from Backstreet Boys.
Shout out to Boy Band Break.
It's Chris Kirkpatrick here. Shout out to your podcast, Boy Band Break.
Everybody, this is Howie D, and I'm listening to Boy Band Break.
Hi, Ashley Parker Angel here. Huge shout out to the Boy Band Break podcast.
This is Brad from LFO, and you are listening to Boy Band Break.
Hey, what's up? This is Jacob.
What's up? It's Dan.
What's up? It's Trevor.
And it's Eric Michael, and it's time for Boy Band Break, baby. Let's go!
Bam, 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 bam.
Welcome back to Boy Band Break, where we encourage you to take a break from your day and join us in some boy band conversation. As always, my name's Diane.
I'm Chinzia.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Lydia, aka Mama Lou.
Welcome back.
Were you doing like a cold?
I was like, ooh, I'm so
very
cold.
Cute.
That was very cute.
Thank
He was very festive.
And
what's today, guys?
Merry Christmas, everyone!
Well, it's Christmas Day.
The ghost did it all in one night.
Yes, exactly.
Buy a goose.
Yes, that was
Merry Christmas.
Muppets
and
Christmas
happy
Carol.
holidays, guys.
Hey, that's right. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. Wishing you all the best.
Exactly. What are we talking about today, guys? It's really cold in the studio. Ooh.
Oh my God, you're such a nerd. We are. Hold on. How do I share? I always forget how to share a screen, but here I am. We are talking about the JCPENNEY Live Holiday Spectacular, featuring the Backstreet Boys. Woo!
Woo! Oh my God, that is a close up on Nick.
Very pixelated close up.
It is.
That's cute.
For those of you who are new to the podcast in the world and don't know who the Backstreet Boys are, we have Nick Carter. We have AJ wearing a weird fur hat on the ground. Mm-hmm. We have Kevin with his luscious hair sitting on the couch with his legs crossed. We have Brian in a Christmas sweater, and we have Howie in the back. Is he wearing a tie and a cardigan?
That was a scarf.
No, I think it's a tie.
What?
Yeah, I think so too.
Scroll in on that. Let's see. A tie and a turtleneck?
Super.
I think it's a shirt, like a dress shirt. No?
I think it might be a dress shirt and like a sweater, a Mr. Rogers sweater, if you will.
Interesting.
Okay.
There you go. And it was hosted by Naz Perez, who I do not know who Naz Perez is. But
I don't either, but she's a Backstreet Boys fan, so she's cool in our
very
books.
excited to be hosting. So,
Yes.
so essentially this occurred on Thursday, December 1st. Kind of launched the Backstreet Boys season. For those who don't know, the Backstreet Boys have come out with a Christmas album.
Yes, after 28 years.
Me right now, but it is called A Very Backstreet Christmas.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so yes, I'll go back. We did review this on the show. Can I stop sharing the screen, or do you want me to keep the screen?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because it's just.
So yes, if you go back to a few episodes ago, actually, I believe it was in October, actually, because I think that's when
October 14th is when the album came out, and I believe we recorded on October 16th.
I believe so as
or
well.
17th, something like that.
Episode in the 200s. It was 1 moment.
Julia's got our thing up.
I'm so on top.
Our YouTube.
Our YouTube
channel.
page. Yeah, tell the people how to subscribe to our YouTube page.
Well, everyone, I'm going to share the screen. Or Chinza, can you share the screen?
You know what? I sure can.
Because, how do you find Boy Band Break on YouTube? You go to YouTube.
You go to YouTube.
And you type
and
Boy
then
Band Break.
you go Boy Band Break. So youtube.com/Boy Band Break. And
so
here are
easy.
lots of the videos. So our Backstreet Boys Christmas album review was one of the highest ones we've had this year. That is episode 213. So 213. So go check that out. And we go song by song and talk about our favorites and what we like and what we don't. You'll also notice on our thing, we also have videos of boy band concerts we've gone to. We have a very famous video from this year where Drake performed with the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
So that's
for one song,
1,000 views. But as you can see, we're getting very close to 1,000 subscribers, and we would love for you to subscribe. And it is free to do so. So please do that.
Thank you, Drake.
There's going to be a big red subscribe button when you go to Boy Band Break. and click it.
Yes.
And you're in. You're in the cult. I mean, the club.
You're in the club. You're in the club.
The club. There we go.
I think it's
We need a
usually
name for our
around
fans.
here.
We don't have a name for our fans yet. We got to think about that.
Breakers.
Fans?
Yes, we have fans.
We have listeners.
We do.
My mom.
I was gonna say Diane's mom
Diane's mom,
Say
yes.
that too. Yes.
Robin.
and Robin, Alan.
Karen. There's lots of.
And
lots
how
of
about
people.
those? How about those girls that we met in Niagara Falls, New York?
We did. We did
So
meet
yeah,
some girls.
so
in
we
the
do
place.
have fans. Yeah, self-hater. Yeah, what are you,
Just-
I don't
Italian?
know.
Anyways, there's
Listeners,
fun things. Check it out. It's not just our podcast episodes, although that obviously is a thing. And you can check out Nick saying hi to us many times. This
We
is
got
where-
it tight.
looks like me and Chris are like making out here, or about to get into a yelling match. I'm not really sure what's happening there, but
That's your singing.
You can also
Read
see-
the caption.
I
man.
know I was singing. I'm
Video.
saying what it looks like. I'm saying what it looks like. And then you also have Lydia dressed up as the
Oh,
coronavirus.
fuck, I forgot. I totally forgot about
That's
that.
hilarious. And that's one of the popular ones, isn't it?
You never know what sort of shenanigans you'll find on our YouTube page.
So please
join us.
subscribe.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. We are going to have a contest. We haven't officially just check out all of our social medias because we will tell you about the contest. But maybe we might have
Contest?
something fun like stickers or something, or
Is that cute?
Stickers
The
is fun.
Backstreet Pod live sticker?
perhaps it is. Perhaps it is.
Kabisma.
Ooh, who
How do you
knows?
pronounce this?
It could be anything at all. So check it out. We definitely want to try to hit that 1,000 subscribers. So if you can subscribe to us, we'd be greatly appreciated.
And tell your friends to subscribe because it's a trickle effect, right?
Your
Like, get
mom,
friends-
your uncle, everybody, just get him on
That's
here.
right. Just get them on there.
We need to
We've been on
monetize.
for what, like
we need
5
more
years now?
concerts.
4.5 years? 5
Have
years?
we?
How many years?
Yeah, I think 4.5.
We have?
How many fantasy drafts have we had? We've had 5.
Yeah.
Yes, it's 2018. So how long is that? August 2018.
All right, I'm gonna do math. Hold on.
Too long ago.
Wait. I got the calculator. Give me a second.
At least 4 years.
2018 minus 2022 is
That's not how you
1,000
Yes.
Perfect.
minus. Hold on.
That's how math works.
20, guys, you gotta be patient with me. 1996? No,
It
what'd
was
you
not
say?
the 1990s.
Oh my god. 2022.
2022.
2018. 4.
It just fears Lydia's like mic really like hot today.
I believe we said 4.
Sorry, I'll put it here.
Okay.
Okay. This is worse somehow.
Anyways, doesn't matter.
Okay, I'll put
Here's
it
where we are now.
Yeah, we've had 5 fantasy drafts.
Yes,
because
exactly. So
we
we've done 4
started in
years.
August 2018. So now that we're past August 2022, that's 4. Then we had
Yes.
the 5th one.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, Lydia has an assistant and everything.
Sorry, thank you, Kenny.
All right,
That's
so
very
shall we get on to the actual episode idea? So yes.
Yes,
So again, Merry
please.
Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays. Or
Happy
whatever
holidays.
whatever you celebrate. We love the shit out of you.
Yes. Hanukkah.
Exactly.
Kwanzaa.
so-
We hope you all
Kwanzaa,
enjoy.
Winter solstice. Lots of things
Yeah.
happening. All right. So, okay. So who watched the JCPENNEY special?
I watched it on December 1st.
All right. So
I have
Sophia
not
and
watched it
Diane
since.
watched it live. Lydia and I watched it today. So there you go.
I did.
So it started off. So it was just over an hour long. So it started off with you know how like you're at the movie theater and you're waiting for the movie to start, and they have
Yeah.
some trivia that comes up.
Yeah, that was fun.
So I wrote down the trivia. So I want to see if you guys can remember the answers here. So
Oh, here we
Okay.
go.
I
Number
fast
one.
forwarded it, so I don't know.
I didn't watch the trivia. I tuned in right when that shit started.
all right, good. So it'll be a true game
Mm-mm.
with
Let's
no
go.
prizes. Okay. What
Lucy's like,
was
let's
the
go.
most? What is the most downloaded BSB song of all time?
Quit playing games with my.
What? Downloaded. I don't know why it was downloaded, but
Is that like
it's kind of like throwing?
Okay,
me
I
off.
want it that way. I want it that way.
I was gonna say that because I'm like down because streaming would incur a new song. Downloading would think older.
I
song.
still think even if it's streaming, it would still be I Want It That Way because I feel like I Want It That Way has come up in like pop culture these days. Like things are cyclical and like things that were popular in the 90s are coming back around. So people are like, oh, nostalgia. Yes, my mom loves the Backstreet Boys. I'm going to listen to this.
True.
And that Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode,
Yeah.
which the boys actually did a parody of that. I don't know if you guys saw that. I sent it over.
No,
I
Where
did. That's
where it was,
why I
like,
would
the
laugh.
audio
It was very
from
nice.
that, and they were at the Empire State Building, and then the two employees were doing that, and then they were like singing their parts. It was pretty funny.
I thought it was
Saw
funny.
it on TikTok.
Anyways,
Classic.
ding ding ding! You were all correct. I Want It That Way is the most downloaded Backstreet Boys song of all time.
I didn't guess,
right.
but I get the point.
Hey, it's okay.
I
I'll
didn't
take one for the
officially
team.
guess either. I just said what I would guess. So
All right. Next
So
trivia
I
question.
officially got the point for all of us.
There you go.
Ah,
Exactly.
Sophia always wanting to win every game that we do. All right. What is the most popular Christmas carol in the U.S.?
All I Want for Christmas is You.
Jingle Bells.
Last Christmas.
Jingle bells it is, Diane.
Wow, nice.
Would just like to say, not a Christmas song. Putting it out there.
Oh yes, yes, we did have
The
this
boys
talk.
do a cover of this
Yes,
song?
we did.
They do not.
So what did we
It's not a Christmas
decide?
song. It's just a song about winter.
All right.
Just so you
Lydia?
all know. So if
Yes.
you're Jewish or you celebrate Kwanzaa or you just don't celebrate any holidays, feel free to sing that song because it's just about taking a sleigh ride in the snow.
See, there you go. Enjoying the
Weather
winter weather.
is universal.
Ambiguous weather. There you go.
There you go.
All right, Lydia, this is a math question, but I'm just going to want you to guess because I don't want you to actually figure this out.
I
Because
got
we'll
my
be here for 3
calculator.
hours.
I got my
this
calculator. I'm ready. Okay, let's go.
All right. How many gifts are given in the 12 days of Christmas combined?
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, I know how to do this.
Is it
Yeah.
24?
I need a calculator. I can't do it
It
in my
is
head.
just a guess.
Ah, 78.
78. Okay.
78. Wait, let me do it. Wait for my answer.
Okay.
Because I'm doing 12 plus 11 plus 10 plus 9.
Yes.
Is this correct?
That is pretty logical.
My true love gave
So,
two
I just
I don't
took
know
a
how to
guess.
calculate this.
partridge in a pear tree. 5 golden rings. I mean, the math would make sense, but also
Yeah,
am not
I
good at math.
agree. 78.
Well, the JCPENNEY people think it's 364.
No.
How the fuck are they getting 364?
I don't know. Maybe because every time they sing, they add more.
Oh, wait. Because on the first day of Christmas, they give you a partridge in a pear tree. And then on the second day, they give you two birds or whatever and the partridge in a pear
Boo!
tree.
That's a technicality.
Very
Boo!
Interesting.
Because I would
So they
never
give you a
have thought
partridge
that.
in a pear tree every day, technically.
Someone wants that
So
shit.
that's very interesting because to me, I just thought they just brought the new item every day to add to the collection. I didn't realize. they
To
were
be
bringing-
fair, okay, so
Yeah.
it's 2 times 11, which is 22, plus 3 times 10, which is 30, that's 52.
Where's your
4
math coming
times
from?
9. Whoa. Go back.
That's a lot of math. Okay, we're gonna be here forever if we met through this.
I'm just going to verify. You keep asking questions.
So the next
Okay?
question
Okay.
does not involve math; it involves guessing.
Okay.
How many
I'm good at guessing.
trees were bought last year in the USA?
Million.
They did not clarify
Five.
if they were real or fake trees.
I have no idea, honestly.
The population of America is like 6 million. So
It's like 350 million or something.
I'm guessing that, like, you know, some people are part of families and some people don't celebrate Christmas. So a million, I think, is.
Okay, I'll go with Lydia's answer. Why not?
Oh, sorry. The population in 2021 was 332 million.
The math checks out, guys. It's 300.
Man, okay. Thank
Tricky
you.
bastards. Listen, I'm not buying. If you try to give me any birds for Christmas, you guys
Get
are all
the hell outta
unfriended.
here.
I'll just take all.
We know already. No birds for you. Don't worry. We got
All right,
you.
So 332 million people in the U.S. How many Christmas trees were bought last year?
Oh, maybe higher. 2 million. Wait,
Okay, Lydia's going
2.5.
300 and some million in the U.S.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 500 million.
More trees than people?
Yeah, what?
You said only in the U.S.?
Yes.
Oh, this is not the world.
No,
This is just the U.S. This is an American show.
A lot of trees, man.
I didn't get a question. I was doing math.
Okay.
Sorry. How
That's
many
fair.
trees were bought in the U.S. last year?
2.5 million.
I'm gonna go with Lydia's answer because why not?
I'm gonna go 100 million.
25 million.
Oh. Well, if you took away the point, and they could have been right.
There you
Yeah,
go.
you're right. You're right.
Who
All right.
was closer? I think.
How much would you?
Yeah.
This is where you found out. Hey, I'm watching a show, a spectacular put on by a store, because this question is, how much money would you have saved if you bought all the things that were on sale at JCPenney on Black Friday?
How the fuck am I supposed to know the answer to that?
I don't
I
recall.
guess you're buying one of each of these items.
Yeah, but I don't know how much off each of the items was.
That's dumb. Okay, $6,000.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna say $3,000.
Okay.
I will say 10,000.
I'm going to say I'm saving all the money by not buying any of this stuff.
Right.
But if you answer their question, it was $105,000, 653. So
God
yes.
bless.
Okay, whatever.
So then I was like, okay. And then, I'm like, there's still more questions. And they just kept repeating it. So just like movie
Boo.
theater, they just keep repeating the questions. There you go.
That sucks.
Okay. So then it started off with some lady with red glasses, which I was like, ooh, I like those red glasses. Her name was Penny Jones or James or something. And I was like,
Get it?
all right, cool. I'm like, she's the host.
Penny.
And then JCPENNEY, yes. Then she wasn't the host. And then it
No.
turns out that wasn't even her name, because if you look in the credits, she's somebody else.
Yes.
I was like, what?
She's
So
like
the
the
actual
narrator, I think.
I guess.
I don't know.
I did not write. The actual host is Naz Perez.
Yes.
And then there were performance by Chase Castle. He is a TikTok dancer. And Piper Nelson, or Piper Artistry, which is a makeup artist, and the Backstreet Boys. So I was like, all right. So then I was thinking, okay, the Backstreet Boys aren't going to be on all of it. They'll have all these other guys. But no, actually, very Backstreet heavy. Kudos to JCPenney. Okay.
You gotta promote it, right? You gotta promote the album.
No kudos.
Gotta have them on for the whole time.
This was so awkward to watch. Did you ever? There was no laugh track. There was no people. I get it
Because there's no studio audience for sure.
I know,
yes.
but it's just like it was like so weird. Did anyone else sit there like, oh? I'd like,
there was a couple of jokes that seemed to fall flat because everyone was responding to them, but I was just like,
yeah.
oh, I guess.
Sorry, that's just my opinion.
But I also have to give kudos to her because this was a live show, was it not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it went like a just over an hour, and they were just like doing these segments really quick and stuff like that. So I was impressed how well it went.
Yeah, it could have went really bad.
Also, very much reminded me of Lydia's burlesque show where you pipe in the stuff in between. About like, oh, try these wings or whatever, because they just have all these JCPenney things. Which obviously that's what it is. They're promoting them.
I was like, are you saying my burlesque show shit?
No, I was just saying how, like, when we're there, we promote the restaurant and talk about things.
That's
and
true.
stuff
We
like
do.
that.
Yeah.
So I had a very like burlesque vibe. For
Yes.
yes. So people who were
on a wedding, I hated her pantsuit. I hated it. It distracted me so much.
It was very wide leg.
I hated the wide leg. I'm like, her legs are like an infinite red tube. But that's just, I don't know.
Do you think she bought the outfit at JCPenney?
Probably.
Yes, because she probably got a discount.
She probably was like, you must wear this because we have to advertise. Okay, so people who were watching live, I'm assuming just Americans, were able to compete for prizes by writing on, it was on YouTube and on Facebook, but apparently they ended up only taking it from one, and then people got all mad and whatever. Anyways, people won. And then I don't know what that word is, so I'm going to pass that.
I have notes too, if that
Carl
helps.
jingle to bring them.
What about the tell me why joke?
Oh, yes, I
Somebody
have that.
Backstreet
That's next
joke.
up, yes.
Okay, sorry.
I wrote faces. Oh, they sat down on a couch. There was faces. So then
They
do you
answered
wanna say the
questions,
joke?
right?
Oh,
What
that's
she
right. That's right. I
Lydia,
forgot.
would you like to say the joke that she said, or do you
No,
want me to
you say it. You say it.
Okay. What do the Backstreet Boys and algebra teachers have in common?
What?
They both want you to tell me why.
Ah!
We've heard this joke before, but I feel like half the Backstreet Boys hadn't heard the joke and were confused and like, oh, I'm bad at algebra. I don't know. But anyways, so then they started talking about how it's their 30th anniversary next year. So then they decided they were going to play a holiday habits game. So they had giant faces of each of them.
Yeah.
And they had to hold up their little paddle over who they thought was what.
Because they asked a question.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so they said, who is the first person that decorates for the season?
Brian.
Brian.
Because of Leanne.
So there was 3 Brians. Nick nominated himself and AJ nominated himself.
Oh, you wrote down like everything, man. You're detailed.
I didn't write everything. But, okay, I don't want to guess
Put my
how many
notes away.
trees Brian Littrell had last year on his property. Decorated.
78, I think. I'm guessing.
It was 43.
Yeah.
Ooh, good job.
I watched it and I absorbed that information into my brain for no
43
reason.
trees. Now I know Lance Bass from NSYNC is also a huge tree guy, but I think he's only at like 30 trees. So Brian obviously has more. But I also feel that Brian lives in Georgia, so I feel like he has more land. If
Yeah.
Lance lives in Hollywood, there's really not a lot of space there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they real trees or fake trees? I mean, because then,
A variety.
huh?
No,
They
Because I mean,
probably
like, how much?
They could
effort
be
does
like
it
a
take to do
variety. One, both. Maybe
But
they're
Sophia,
both
like,
fake and
but Leanne's been having like those trees up for like years, eh? Like she always
Yeah.
have the big pictures of all her stuff and
yes.
there, yes. All right.
She likes
Who is most likely to regift a gift
Howie.
to the person who gave it to
Howie.
them? Which I thought people didn't hear that part of that question, but yes.
I guess Howie.
Howie,
I know. Because I watched it, but like, do you want us to say it?
Yeah, just guess.
Okay.
Why are we guessing if
So
we know
4
the
people
answer?
said
Because
Howie.
we
know.
all
Howie
watched
said
it.
I know.
Just letting
Okay,
you know,
okay.
we're just
Okay.
having interaction here, guys.
Okay, my
I'm just gonna guess. It's okay. I'm just gonna guess. It's fine.
Howie.
I haven't
Howie.
watched since December 1st. I probably forgot all of them.
Okay, that's why.
All
Okay,
right.
okay.
Who is the hardest member of the Backstreet Boys to shop for?
Kevin.
Kevin. 4 people said Kevin. 1 person said AJ.
Kevin said AJ because he didn't say
Who,
himself.
who is most likely to burn Christmas dinner?
Nick.
4 people said Nick. 1 person said AJ. And they said, Nick, you can cook breakfast, but you can't cook dinner. So we all
Yes.
know that Nick is like a pancake daddy.
Pancake Daddy.
Yeah.
He can make oatmeal. He can do other stuff, but did not realize he was a terrible cook.
Oatmeal. Oh, shit. It's called Gordon Ramsay.
They
for
also
God's
mentioned,
sake.
so then she was trying to ask them if they like cook on tour, and they're like, oh God, no, they wouldn't let us cook for ourselves on tour. So I
They
guess
did
they don't want
they
them.
did a barbecue cook at one time.
Exactly. So they've done that. So yeah.
Which is kind of like, I'm like, oh, they don't allow us to cook. And I was like, okay, dude. He's like, my staff
I think it's
does
more
that.
like they don't want them to give themselves food poisoning, and then they
Yeah,
probably for the best, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fair, I guess. Yeah.
Burn
And
something
in their
down.
defense, most of the time they're in hotel rooms and stuff that do not have kitchens,
That's a good point.
True.
or
true.
like
Alright.
arenas or something that don't have kitchens. So they
Also a
Yeah.
good point. Yeah.
As established on this podcast, very in the beginning, I don't trust any of these fuckers to cook for me.
No, I guess. Yeah. Look, they sing, man. They're not.
I was gonna say Howie, but then we tried the food
I
that
know.
we made, and then I was like,
Yeah, no.
And notice Howie wasn't even making the food; he was just eating
eating
it.
the food.
And
That's true.
drinking.
Yeah. he
And
was.
drinking, yeah.
He was drinking that beer with the soy sauce, man. Never again. That was disgusting.
Ugh, that was gross.
Never do
That
that.
was disgusting.
That was awful. Anyways, let's
Who-
continue.
Who would be the last to arrive and then first to leave a party?
This one confused me. I had no
Okay,
idea
I-
what the hell they're talking about.
So say it again, sorry.
First to arrive,
The last to
leave.
arrive, but also
Okay.
the first to leave.
It was Brian and Kevin, I think. Yeah, because one was like Brian and one was Kevin.
I was like, it was very mixed.
I thought it was AJ.
AJ and Brian is what I put down, but it was like they all seemed very confused by this question.
Yes, they did. God bless them.
Yeah.
Because I
Well,
think
it's
they
a
meant-
confusing question because I think the answer is who's the last to arrive and who's the first to leave are two different people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but she made it sound like it was the same person, which is also confusing.
Yes,
Yeah.
she wanted you to pick one person who would be at the party for the shortest amount of time
So they
Exactly.
say who's going to be at the party the shortest amount of time.
because it sounds more fun the other way.
Yes.
That's
yes.
true.
Diane.
If you're like, who would be at a party for the shortest amount of time? That sounds like who's a lame ass.
Yeah.
But if you say, oh, who's always the last to arrive and the first to leave? That sounds like, oh, that whimsical old chum.
That's a
You know?
it's a Le Mans.
Yeah. That's true.
I like how AJ said he was punctual because when we went to that convention, Nick was the one who was there first.
Mm.
What convention?
That first one we went to, that fandom fest. Or whatever. Was
Louisville?
AJ at that one?
No, Nick was the one who was late. What are you talking about?
No, Nick was playing Uno with us. And then in sync.
Oh, in the
You're talking about at the
ballroom.
party. I was talking
Oh.
about the Q&A when Nick showed up like a half an hour late
Mhm.
and AJ and Chris were just running it without him. And
Yeah.
And then he's like, where's
this
Joe?
schmuck shows up and is like, where's Joey?
Oh my
Flew
god.
home. Oh,
So
God, that was
cute.
ridiculous. Oh my god, that was ridiculous. Go to conventions,
funny.
guys. Conventions are fun.
Yeah.
They're a lot of fun. Yeah.
Anyways, so and then Brian being the first to leave makes sense because if they're gonna ask who's the last person to leave a party, 1000% that's Howie D, my friend.
Mhm.
And Howie also would have
Drinking
been
in
the
the
first
VIP.
person there.
Yeah.
So you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The question was last to arrive, first to leave. Brian's always the first to leave. Last to arrive is Kevin. Let's be honest.
Yes.
Yes.
And then that's why they put Brian and Kevin.
So there you go.
What's funny is
All
like
right.
Kenny is like Kevin is like the Keanu Reeves of the group, and I'm like, I can see that. Yeah.
I could see it.
Okay.
Just different. Anyway, sorry. Continue, Chen.
Okay. So at this point, this game was now over. So then the host takes Nick with her while the other guys go backstage. And then she tells him that he's her favorite. We're like,
Which is a running theme in this kind of
Yeah.
show.
You betcha.
For
You
sure.
betcha.
So in case you're wondering, JCPENNEY made a $50,000 donation to Feeding America. And they were going to give $5,000 every 10 minutes. And then Nick goes, so that means that you've given $55,000. So she's like, good job on your math, Nick. And it was like, plus
So cute.
50 plus 5 is
So
55,000.
cute.
So anyways, that's a good organization. It like provides food for people, obviously. in
Mhm.
America. Then the first person won a prize. They won a bed. Okay, so now it's a game. So they are there, and Kevin and AJ are going to be the snowmen.
Oh my god, this
And
was hilarious.
Howie and Brian are their partners.
Yeah, that
To
was
jump
funny.
into a ball pit and get
With
out
the clothes on.
gloves, scarf, and a carrot nose. And then Nick is just kind of like off to the side. So then
He's throwing
So
snowballs
Nick
or whatever.
puts
at
his
him.
money on Brian and Kevin to win. And the host decides she wants the Latinos, so Howie and AJ.
Yeah.
So then she also tells them, so Brian's not paying a least bit attention.
No.
And then she's like, by the way, Brian and Howie, you have to put on all these clothes and then jump in because that would make you larger than life. Because you're going to be big. I was just
Get it?
very much reminding me of like the Chandler or Joey when he was like, could I be
Yes.
wearing any more clothes? Like,
Yes.
Oh,
I was
God.
also
That's a good one.
confused about if they were jumping in, taking off those clothes and throwing it, but then I realized there was additional clothes hidden in the balls. They had to do. So like Brian jumps in first. Nick's just like chucking balls at people.
And then Howie's like, this doesn't help the situation, Nick.
Yes, so then it's
That
just
was
kind
funny.
of like,
I like that.
Yeah, that was funny.
so Brian jumps in first.
And then
she's
Howie's like not far behind. Like,
so she was like, okay, you have to dress yourself, or you can't dress yourselves. Your partner has to come out and dress you. And then it was taking too long. So then she pulled an audible.
Yes,
So
I
she wrote that down.
I like that.
I loved it. I was like, I
So
know
it's
what
just
that
like-
is now.
I got to write this down for Diane and Lydia.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
That was so funny.
I
was like,
swear, before that O-Town concert, I had never heard that before
Me too.
in my
I
life.
heard it.
Since that O-Town concert, I've heard it like 20 times.
Same.
Yep.
Since when is this a thing?
I don't know. I know. Same.
It's always been a thing.
Never. I've never heard of it.
No, I don't believe you. I think it's like a 2022 thing that I just like
Yeah.
was not cool enough to hear yet.
Same. My brain wasn't ready for the audible.
Anyways, so for those not knowing, an audible means you make a switch on the fly type thing.
Last
So then she
minute.
told them that they can dress themselves because it was taking too long because the other guys were still trying things. Then they had to wrap.
And
the
I
presents.
heard the audible because, like I said, I watch wrestling and they call audibles a lot.
That's so
Go
funny.
ahead.
Yes. So anyway, so then they run. They're wearing these like stupid noses. At one point, Kevin like is biting his nose because it fell.
Yeah,
off
because his broke.
yeah,
His
yeah.
string broke.
So they're doing that. It actually was pretty close. But then AJ ends up winning. It was very.
It looks
close.
like Kevin won though, but I guess she didn't see that
I actually
and gave it to AJ.
AJ had a more dramatic bow.
Mm.
But yeah, it's very cool. And 20 people want a gift card. So then this Chase kid comes out to teach them a dance.
Oh my god, this was funny. This was funny,
cringe, man. It was like,
but it was
this fucking
funny.
kid, get the fuck out of
Apparently,
here. But also, he has more followers than us, so I can't really say
Yeah.
much.
so this kid has a very big TikTok following. Have you heard of him?
I have never heard of this gentleman in my life.
Young
Oh,
child?
wait. Type. Sorry, in the snowman game, they didn't really say who won, right?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
But it wasn't Kevin
AJ and
technically
Howie.
first.
Yeah, technically yes, but she gave it to AJ.
He said, "Oh, we'll watch an instant replay," and that never happened.
And they never happened. Yeah.
I
exactly.
said AJ won because I rewound and I was like, this seems, but it's like very close.
Mm.
I don't know. I saw Kevin do the bow, and I was like,
From my recollection, they stopped showing Kevin, so you even if you rewind, you can't really tell
All right, that's
because they panned over to AJ because she was like, "They won," and then they're over there like, "What? We won."
Yeah.
So as a viewer, you can't know.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then they did more viewer giveaways, and then Chase came on, right? They did that giveaway from that like they had like this little like.
She said 20 people won gift cards.
Yeah, but they didn't do like
the 12 days of Christmas, right? The gifts on the wall.
Yeah.
We were doing that for some things, but not for everything.
Yeah. I'm like, I want to see what's in the doors.
I know, it was annoying.
Yeah, it was super annoying. Okay. Anyways, keep going.
Would you like me to show you that little part or no? I guess.
No, I don't care. Okay. No, it's okay.
I
know what I saw.
Anyways,
we saw
I still think AJ won. So 20 winners got a gift card. Then he starts teaching them this dance. So this is a Christmas themed dance. So some of the moves were Santa's cookies, Santa's milk. So you had to give Santa his cookies and his milk. Then you did a ball change with your feet. Then you had to plow the snow out of the driveway. And then you had to walk to Santa's sleigh. And then you ended up with happy hands. There's a couple other things, but so the guys are doing it. And first of all, by the way, it kind of looked very boy bandy anyways, his milk and cookies thing.
But it was very quick. And they're like, oh my gosh.
Entertaining to see how quickly some boys catch on.
Yeah.
And some did not. And then like they were too far back when they were plowing, and then Kevin was tripping on the presents under the tree and all that shit. So that was
and then they're like, can you please give us like another run through? And then she like videoed it anyways, and it was like a hot mess. But it was very entertaining.
Okay, so they do the dance like twice, and he's like, okay, we're gonna do it with music. And then he fucking like speeds it up, and they're like,
I know, like, you little shit.
Okay, this is much faster. I was like, oh my god, so funny. And then we're like, yeah, and then she just records them, and then
But her screen was like red. Like, did you see that? Weird. And Kenny's like, is she filming in hell? And I'm like, it's so bizarre.
Quite possibly, yes.
That's great.
It's so weird.
Oh my gosh.
God.
But it was entertaining. I don't know.
Yeah. Was interesting just during the live stream, like the different like people like they're like, oh, our viewers, we have like 18,000 viewers, right? And then like it just kept like just like a regular live stream. So that was kind of heartwarming.
I would like to tell you, Lydia, that as a person who watched it live, the number that she said never matched the number that I could see was watching.
Yeah,
even remotely close.
I wonder if
one time she said 18,000 and it was only 8,000.
Yeah.
I saw that 10,000 people come from.
Yeah,
I have it written down later on, but okay.
So I think they were pulling numbers out of their asses.
I think
Could
so
be.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be like, woo, there's 3 people here. Like,
18,000? Wow. It's like,
all right. So Kevin said that was his first TikTok video. So maybe he'll come on TikTok now. But probably
He has not as of yet.
I don't think so. But
then there was another $5,000 donation. And then a winner won diamond stud earrings that were worth $3,800. But they were on sale for only $9.99 if you wanted. And they were going to put up a link to tag anyone in that. So there you go. So then they performed their first song. It's Christmas Time Again, which Nick and Howie wrote 11 years ago. Can you believe it's been 11 years?
Time flew by. Oh my gosh.
I remember that song coming out. I was like, that wasn't 11 years ago. I was like, Jesus, it was. So
that was insane. Yeah.
Back to my day. Anyways, I thought it was interesting that they sang a cappella for all of this. So there were finger snaps and they were doing all
I loved it. It was very nice.
Very
Music
nice.
to your ears.
Yes. So then after that, she asked some questions. So why now for a Christmas album? They said pretty much we had time because of COVID.
Yes.
Pretty much, Yeah.
Yeah.
The best gift you've given each other. So it looked like Nick was actually going to say like an actual thing. And then I believe it was AJ. It was like family and friendship and love over.
Was it AJ or Howie?
Might have been.
I don't remember. Okay, sorry.
I didn't write who it was, but I feel like it was AJ, but it could have
probably.
Lydia, did you have that in your notes or?
The best Christmas gift was time off. That's what they said. We give each other time
off at Christmas.
Yeah.
So they always
maybe that one was Howie then.
Like 2 weeks before Christmas, like even that first cruise that Lydia and I went on, that was like the second week of December, I believe, and then they were like off for Christmas. So over the years, at least they get time to spend with their family at Christmas. So I'm like, that's good.
Yeah, that was a nice sentiment.
Yes, so that was very nice. Yes, but then they were talking about friendship and family and all that jazz. Then they said, what is your favorite song from the album? And Nick said Last Christmas.
Yes, because of his daughter dancing during the first step.
Yeah, fought to get that one on there.
Didn't cry this time. What?
Yes. Okay. You know what? I'm confusing this one with the other thing because I think they talk about Last Christmas. Is this when he mentions that he fought for it, or is that?
Yeah, he mentioned that here.
Okay,
he mentions it every time he talks about this song.
Okay. Sorry, my bad. And then the viewers went down to 10,000 from 18,000.
Well, I heard it had 8,300 viewers. Is what I thought she said.
Yeah, because it was 18.
I never heard that, so I missed the first one wherever she said that. But
okay, that was the whole like when the child was dancing the TikTok dance.
Yeah. Okay. Like, then they got another $5,000 charity.
Wow. And then a Cuisinart mixer giveaway.
Kevin, don't tell the other. Oh, so then at this point, yes. So then at this point, she took Kevin away, and she said, "Kevin, don't tell the others you're my favorite." And then Nick's like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, hilarious!"
You weren't supposed to hear that.
But yes, the winner won the stand mixer. And then Kevin said his favorite cookie is sugar cookies because they make them all and decorate them together.
Yeah.
And then they gave away a bunch of gift certificates. Then the next game was up, guys. It was guess what's in this box.
Oh my gosh, this one was pretty funny too.
Dick especially not an answer, just in case you're wondering. So essentially, what they had with these boxes,
especially AJ's part,
that had like thing, but the front didn't have anything, and they had to like punch holes through the like because there were circles already, so they had to figure out where that part was and punch through the wrapping paper and touch it. But they also weren't allowed to look at the monitors because then they could see what was in the box. So I'm not sure if any of them cheated.
Did you say the best Backstreet joke that came out of this one?
Nick something soy. I don't know what. I cannot read my writing, so go with what you have.
Okay, because they're doing this whole joke, they're doing this whole like touch and reveal, and then she says, "So how could it be you're asking me to feel the things you never show?" And everyone's like, "That is like a long joke."
Oh,
It was like a very like
a
slow, and it
slow
almost took a
clap,
second.
right?
It took half of them a second to get that was their fucking song.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like,
Yeah.
But she was good. I think she did a good job.
The beginning, I hated her, but then like throughout it, I'm like, okay, she's starting to get a little bit better. So I think that was good. I think they stopped showing the pants.
She was able to just keep this thing.
It stopped showing the pants. Okay, fair.
That's probably what happened.
All right.
Okay, continue, Jen.
Okay. So then Howie was first, and he was feeling the containers, and he's like, and then I think he actually opened one of them because they were like the round thing. He's like, "Is this moisturizer for AJ's face?" And then she's like, "It's a face mask, so yes, sure, you get the win." Then Kevin was next, and he's like, "This is plush, it's stuffed, and it has a beard."
He got it too right away. Yeah.
So he knew it was a gnome. And then when he took it out, he's like, "Oh, it's not a gnome, it's Santa." And they're like, "No, it's a Santa gnome. It's a gnome." So then he put that there. And then Nick was like, "Oh, is this a candle?" Which is what it looked like to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he stuck his fingers in the candle. And then he's like, "Oh, no, wait, this is pudding." Then it wasn't pudding, it was slime. Yeah. So he lost out on that one. Brian was next. Okay.
This was weird.
Brian was a little bit like
Whoosh.
Not easy to figure out. I feel like that was kind of like, so essentially they were a bunch of
mascara wands,
but they were obviously brand new because then they were just like randomly at different angles and like hanging from above.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. He's like, he's like, "Is this a stick?
Is this a snake? A spider? Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh, it's for your eyelashes." And then they said it's mascara wand. AJ's all like, "I would have gotten that. Blah, blah, blah. I wear mascara."
Mm-hmm.
And so then AJ's
was hilarious.
And they said, "Be delicate." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And then he just started freaking out.
Because he felt elbows. And he just
it was like so creepy because it was like,
oh my God.
He was doing this. And you're just like, oh my God. What?
And he would just like touch it like slowly and like, what is it? And he like jump and I can't. I'm just like, I don't know why, but I was dying during that.
Yeah, it was interesting. And I'm like, that's not really a present, but okay. I guess maybe to the parents.
Well, you definitely can't buy that at JCPENNEY.
No.
So, I don't know if you guys said it.
No.
Oh, then he was like, "Is it alive? And then is it a hairless cat?"
That was
one guess. And then someone said her thing was, "It dances on TikTok." And then he said, "Is it a guinea pig?" Like, what? And then he kept going, like he was making these sounds like he was terrified.
It was very entertaining.
And then it turned out it was the kid. And then one of the guys was like, "A hairless cat dances on TikTok," or something like that. Like,
yeah, that was funny.
Oh, I don't know. And they're like, "We literally just danced with this kid." But anyway, so that kind of ended. So at that point, they were at 9,000 viewers and another $5,000 donation. And then a winner won a JCPenney beauty stocking full of wonderful prizes.
Random shit.
Yes. Worth $100 or something. I'm like, okay. So then they had another performance. So they performed Winter Wonderland.
Which was the first ever performance of Winter Wonderland.
So good.
And they sounded very good.
So good.
Kevin and Brian said they would sing this on Christmas Eve at their grandfather's house. And this would be the last song that they would sing together before going home and getting ready for Christmas. So
yeah, like Kenny was just like, "Why do they not do an a cappella Christmas album?" He's like, "They could have like beat Michael Bublé's ass. Why didn't they just do it? I'm like, you're right, Kenny. I'm like, you're right. Like, I mean, this is clearly, maybe that's like next year's plan or
But
next 30 years plan.
This song is a cappella on the album.
But like a whole acapella album.
Well, yeah.
Like it's like they're doing the and you know with like the mouth noises. Like, yeah, it's good. It's good.
That's right. Yes.
Maybe that's an idea that they can do next year. But okay.
There you
It's
go.
great. There we go.
Yes.
Okay, so then it went back to questions again. So she asked, what's their favorite holiday movie? And then some people said Christmas Vacation, Christmas Story, Elf. Brian
Home Alone.
said It's a Wonderful Life. Kevin said National Lampoon because everybody else stole all the other movies. I think we just need to be honest here. And the best Christmas movie is A Muppets Christmas Carol.
Yes. Yes.
You know?
Home Alone is pretty good too.
Yeah, that one's a good one too. They did mention like, what about a Backstreet Boy Christmas movie? And I'm like, yes,
Yes.
that is fine.
They said they would love to be in it. And I was like, we would love to see it.
Yes. Hallmark. Maybe Hallmark can or Lifetime.
Yeah, and then I think Howie also mentioned that like his agent said that to apply for a movie with Ryan Reynolds.
What is it called? Spirited or something?
Yeah.
So Howie had to audition as Ryan Reynolds' brother. And he's like, I don't think he has any sort of Latino. And then AJ was very excited because he's a very big fan of Ryan Reynolds. And yeah, that's what it is. And then they all agreed that he was a very handsome man and that, you know, everyone has a crush on him. So we're like, okay.
God bless.
So then
why not?
Then the next question was about how social media has changed your interactions with the fans, which we've always talked about.
That was a fan question.
Yes, so that was a fan question. So they said pretty much like, now it's instant. Like you can connect. You don't have to do all these radio interviews and wait for these magazine articles to come out and do all the other stuff or like meet and greets and things like that. You can instantly just go on. So then Nick's like, me and AJ are on social media a lot more than the other guys. And Kevin is always telling them to turn it off. So he's like, you're on it too much. And then Brian's like,
the dad of the group.
And you're just recording while we're in the middle of performing, blah, blah, blah. And then I guess Howie once took pictures of them as they were changing. And Kevin was very mad about that.
Yeah, sounds like
And he was like, it was one time. And then Kevin's like, one time too many. And I was just like, oh.
Yeah, that's true.
Kevin could not make it in New Kids on the Block, man.
No, he could not.
They got that whole, like, I guess he would be the John Knight of there. He'd probably be hiding in the corner so you can't see him. Whereas, like, the Danny Woods and Donnie Wahlbergs are all like, hey, look at us naked.
And Jordan Knight, I think, as well, no?
Yes, that's true as well. Yes. Although I guess Kevin and AJ are the ones who get naked on stage, but like
that's true. But it's them
always
doing
wearing a tank top. So I'm like, well, why do you even bother to have this screen if you're fully clothed this entire time?
Thank you. Yes.
You know. Oh, the underwear is coming off.
I guess they want you to use your imagination. I don't know.
Yeah. No. I was like, nah.
$100 ticket. I want to see something real.
Lydia's like, show me that word.
Right? Remember she used to yell it out? Didn't you yell it out at concert?
Lydia has yelled it out, yes.
I have, yeah. Yes. My husband beside me. And then I'm like, oh, oops. Sorry.
It's okay.
So now we go to the next segment.
Yeah.
This is the makeup tutorial.
Diane, I feel you would appreciate that. Right?
This was pretty funny too, I think.
Yeah.
And I think it's interesting is that the girl was not actually there. It was just like she had just recorded it.
That was kind of a cop out.
Maybe
I think the best part is like Brian doesn't like having anything on his face, so his commentary was very entertaining.
Yes. So because AJ was the most versed with makeup, they determined that he would be the one looking at the iPad tutorial and he could pause it and then he had to verbally tell them what to do.
Yes.
So I can't remember. So it was Brian and Howie and Nick and Kevin.
Yeah.
So Brian, for some reason, sat down first. So Howie was going to do his makeup. And then Nick and Kevin couldn't decide. And they're like, somebody just sit down. So then Kevin ended up sitting down. So Nick was doing his makeup. So the first thing was they needed a blue eye pencil to make an eye shape, is what they said.
I'm like,
and
what?
Howie's interpretation of an eye shape was, I believe, you draw all around the eye. I'm just like, then he decided to say, oh, I mean cat's eye, which makes more sense because that's what it was. It was like
not to a guy who's never done makeup. It's like, what are you
not
doing?
like draw an eye shape, like draw it where, like in the middle of your forehead. Like
I know,
I was just like, AJ, man, you got to.
But didn't at one point Howie's like look up to Brian and like, and then he's like, I mean, no, look down. And then I was like, what is happening?
AJ also said that he was very, very good for this because he has his own nail polish line. So he did plug his nail polish line,
nice.
which I don't think JCPenney has it, so Ava Dean Beauty. And then his wife is a makeup artist. Okay, so then they did this eye thing. And he was like, okay, now you need to draw 3 eyes, 3 lines, 2 on an angle, 1 straight down. And then they're like, okay, so I think they kind of figured out. He's like, and then like when you draw palm trees on these lines. And they're like, and he's like, grab the glitter and put it in the corner of your eye. And they're like, okay. Then they needed purple mascara on the eyelashes. That's the part where Howie was very confused and then made Brian open his eyes and made him close his eyes. Then sadly, they went to Kevin and Nick at this point because then all we hear is Brian going, stop pulling me in the eye. He was was stabbing him in the eye.
Oh my gosh.
Then they had to put lipstick on, and then Nick goes on his face.
That was cute.
And then it was like on the lips, like it was like Billy Madison, like just gonna like draw. Anyways,
oh my god! And then Kevin like puckered up too.
Yes, for sure. And then Nick said Kevin looked like a zombie. And then, but I couldn't really see Kevin's makeup. Could you guys see it? Like,
no, it was very like
prominent.
They didn't do a zoom in on his face,
which I thought they should have. They're like, oh, the fans are gonna vote. Like, well, at least do a zoom in on their face.
Shit. Yeah.
That was dumb. Anyways, but you could see Brian definitely had red lipstick. So Howie went very 80s woman on him with hair. Yes. So
it
then
was very entertaining.
At 35,000 views, and their last donation of $5,000 brought to $75,000 for Feeding America. And then the last prize, which again, even though they had all these boxes on this wall, they only went to like 3 boxes. It was like a big advent calendar. So that person won a $500 gift card. And then they decided they were going to have Howie and AJ come for questions. So the question was, the song Christmas in New York, what is it about? So they're like, it's about Christmas in New York. Like,
that was the worst.
Basically what the title is what it's about.
It was so good.
Okay, that was awkward, yes.
It was like, I was like, oh no, just when I thought things were going well.
Yeah.
But then they were talking about, like Christmas movies as a kid, and like you would like watch them like Home Alone and stuff in New York, and you were like, oh, I want to go to New York for Christmas. They have the Rockefeller tree and all this other shit. So that was that. Yes. Gary Baker wrote the song.
Yes.
And he's written stuff for them before. He's won a lot of awards and stuff. And has a kind of like an old Hollywood Disney film vibe is what they said.
Yeah.
And they said the inspiration for the video was claymation videos as kids that they used to watch. And then they said it was a hybrid between live action and claymation. So they're like, oh, we're going to do a preview now. So everyone's like, okay.
Oh my gosh. It was like 5 seconds.
Like 15 seconds long. Like it was like
it was so short.
And then Howie sang like 2 lines, and then that was it. And I was like, whoa!
Like someone's not paying for the copyright. Okay, all right.
Yeah, pretty much. And then
that was hilarious.
Anticipated preview. Then it just ended, and they're like, "Merry Christmas to all, and all a good night." And then it was over. So. All in all, I thought it was a cute little event.
JCPENNEY was like, bye, or JCPENNEY, whatever the fuck the narrator was.
Oh yes, that other chick was like,
she randomly came back. Ooh, and you were like, get the fuck out of here. Like, yeah, it was wow.
Yeah, I thought it was entertaining for what it was. Yeah.
The
It was
Backstreet
nice
Boys
to
did a great
see.
job.
Yeah, it was nice to see the Backstreet Boys. We got to hear 2 songs.
Like, we could have done without everything except for the Backstreet Boys. Like, I mean, the Backstreet Boys would have done their own special. But
Almost as if you
Yes.
it was special.
what?
Anyway, so yes, so there you go. So that was it was a cute little thing that they did, and whatever. I'm glad JCPenney did that.
It was nice to start us off in the
Start
holiday
off the
spirit.
season.
Yeah.
Because I believe that video was released the day after, right? The music video.
Yes.
Christmas in New York. So
Yeah.
Oh.
at
And
least
the
people didn't
video
have to
is
wait so
cute.
long to watch it. So
All right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And the video is cute.
it is cute. I had very much. I was like, ugh, claymation is gross and annoying. But I liked how they incorporated the live action as well, so it wasn't too
Yeah.
bad.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I thought it was
good.
cute.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Good job, guys.
Do we have time to
So
talk
we're
about
just,
the other
we
thing?
got time to talk briefly. So
Okay.
there's also on the Backstreet Boys YouTube page. So I will show you theirs. One second.
Oh.
Yes.
That
It's
is
behind the
brown
scenes for making of a Very Backstreet Christmas.
What?
Yeah, so there you go.
More
So
cut
the
Christmas
Backstreet
content?
Boys. So once you go to a page, this is not red because we're already subscribed to it. But when you go to youtube.com/boybandbreak, you will see this button here. And then you just
Unsubscribe and then
click
subscribe
on
and then to show people. Just
okay.
don't worry. Okay. What?
Okay, maybe
Does
it's black here.
okay,
I
now
don't
it's
know.
black now. It used to
But
be
it
red.
says
Okay.
subscribe, so then you just click on the button, and that's it, guys. That's all you need to do to support us, and it costs no money. So just please do
Yay!
that. So, anyways, on our page, obviously, the Backstreet Boys have lots more subscribers than us. But anyways, so they have the videos. Let me go home. They have a Christmas Yule log. Did you guys watch this? I didn't watch it.
Not yet.
Yes. That's also very entertaining.
So
Is it
it's
like okay, wait, are they talking through it? Like I didn't
No, they're not talking at all. The music
it's the
plays and then
songs
the music plays and then they're like doing like little skits
in the background.
what? Oh, I didn't know that.
in the background, yeah.
It's
Okay.
a Yule log.
I'll show this.
Isn't it supposed to just be like burning?
Well, yeah,
Except
but they have
they're,
like
like,
all
doing
kinds of
things.
different ones.
Okay.
So like they have ones where it's just like, remember in 2020 they had a dumpster fire? Instead of a-
So here it
Yeah.
looks like they're just watching TV. Here they're hanging out by the stockings. Here they're
There's one
chatting.
where they're wrapping gifts and AJ's is like the best one because he
But, like,
knows
it's,
how to
like,
wrap gifts.
Quiet though, right? Like it's not like
Yeah.
you can't hear them talking.
No.
they
They're
don't
playing-
talk.
each of them is a song.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
And
And then
there's
you're
not
just
talking
watching
yet.
them doing stuff.
I thought that's more like how like new artists instead of making music videos they make what's that called, Shinza? You showed it to me.
I know. The On the Outside guys did it. I can't
Yeah,
remember what
yeah.
it's
You're
called.
just like, what the hell is this?
Is it like a
That's-
concept video or something, or a
you know the word,
conversation?
a visualizer.
a
That's it.
visualizer? That's it.
There we go. Okay. So I guess that's more
So
festive. than
essentially,
calling
that's
it.
what that is. So
It's like a
you know-
visualizer, but they're calling it a Yule
It's
log.
they have it all in like on their channel, but altogether it's like 40 minutes if you just
Interesting.
watch
yeah,
it
which is
straight
like
through.
the album, right?
Oh.
So
Yeah.
Cool.
instead of
I love
making
that.
a music video for each song, they've done this instead to like, oh
Yeah.
look, they're doing Christmassy things in the background.
Yeah.
Which I think is good. Like it's good
that's
to have
cute.
content, right? Yeah.
I did not know they were doing that until I went to go look at the Very Backstreet Christmas episodes. So there you go. So we're going to
Let's-
do a quick chat about these ones. At this time that we are recording this, they are not all out, but 9 of them were out. So I'm just going to
Yes.
very quickly talk about
More
the
are
two.
coming.
There's
one
one
more.
that's coming tomorrow.
Ooh.
They're
the
all the
last
way
day we
until
recorded.
Christmas Day, apparently.
Oh, that's nice. God
I
bless.
thought they said that the 10th one is the last one.
Oh, okay. I thought it was till Christmas Day.
Didn't
Sorry.
even know there was 10. So there you go. So
I know
All
not.
right. Then there's 10.
I don't know. I thought I saw a tweet earlier that said the final episode.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't see that tweet.
I'm gonna do a Schultz. I know nothing. I see nothing.
Nothing. Okay, so the very first one is breaking down the album. So that's like, welcome to paradise. And this guy was
The producer.
His name because I'm going to do that.
His name was Cool Carell. Or something.
It was spelled K-U-K. So Carell.
Cookies.
Anyways, he's the vocal producer. So they were picking the parts, and he's like, "Okay, you can raise your hands." And they're like, "Nah, let's not do that because then we're gonna fight."
Nick said,
like,
"That's dangerous."
So then he was like, "You know
and
what?
They all laugh.
The parts that you sing." So that's what
because
he did.
I feel like all the boys would just be like, "Yes, I would like this part," and then
I would like
everyone doesn't get a turn. Yeah,
for sure. So then, so his goal was to capture the youthfulness of them. It's like lightning in a bottle. They're very like fun and youthful, and they have the good, even though they're up there in years, very youthful and playful, and get their voices and stuff.
Yeah.
So then they were showing stockings with their names on it. Then it showed stockings. There was some girl named Julie who was a producer.
Okay, I might be incorrect. They said the episode is the last Christmas episode, not the last episode.
Okay.
Okay, interesting. Good to know.
Thank you for confirming.
Then they showed Jen Sousa, who is the BSB manager, and then Carly Breacher, who is the day-to-day manager. Did you guys know about her? She did not.
I did not.
Familiar to me.
No.
Okay, so Diane knows. Lydia's like, I don't know who anybody is. So there you go.
Okay. The girls.
Yes.
I was surprised that like their team is like women. I'm like, yeah, good women. Yeah.
So yes, I think that's a good
She's
thing.
been there forever.
Yeah. No, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. Is what I was trying to say.
That's why things get done.
That's
right.
That's fair. Fair assessment.
There was
so anyway, so she said it's kind of like being with a fraternity because they're kind of like always whatever. And then they said that the team, like the backstage team, is 90% females. They're kind of like therapists and wives and all this other stuff on the road to like help keep things going and like whatever. So,
and it was a cute moment.
So then at this point, Nick interrupts them. And I guess they must have been standing on some sort of boxes or something because Jen is very short in person. He's like, trying to be the same height as me, whatever. So he goes in and then he like
hugs them. Like, and I'm like, oh, great job. I want that job.
I know, right?
Sorry. Yeah.
I don't know.
He loves them both. That's so sweet. He loves them both.
Yeah.
Yes. And then he's like, who runs the Backstreet world? Girls. So that was that's kind of how that.
Very cute.
And then I was saying to Kenny, I'm like, this is amazing. And Kenny's like, Lydia, who knows what women want better than women? And I was like, I didn't think about that. Oh my God, you're a genius. I don't know. They're very smart. They know what they're doing. They've been around for a while. It just was like aha moment for me.
And there you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, so we moved on to episode 2, this is one of my favorite episodes. I thought it was very cute.
I really liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I really like this one.
So it starts off with Howie being like, "Ho ho ho, Howie," and we're like,
"Oh my God!"
Then he was like, "This is Howie Christmas."
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Christmas.
I'm glad he went with that one though.
Yes,
that's fun.
What was interesting about this, because I couldn't figure out, I'm like, these guys are rich. Why the hell are they making their own shirts? This is dumb, right? But because they later reveal that this is all happening during the springtime, so I'm like, of course, that's why there's no Christmas stuff out, right? So I'm like, it felt very like kind of like grassroots vibes. I'm like, ooh, they're like cutting up stuff and making their own shirts. This is nice.
That's a bonding experience, right?
Shirts and the letters from Walmart.
Yeah, it was cute. Yeah, it was super cute.
And I was like, arts and crafts time, but I like how they made them like put it together and iron it themselves.
Yeah.
I was just like, cool. The girls could be doing this, but the boys should be doing it. So
yeah.
I would also like to say,
didn't AJ spell it Christmas wrong?
Yes. Yeah. So what were you saying, Diane?
I would also like to say that not only was this filmed not during Christmas time, it was filmed a year and a half ago.
Yes.
California.
So,
I caught that later on in one of the other episodes. I was like,
I think maybe it was still like COVID-y times, not so easy to like just go into a store and get shit.
Maybe you're right. What tipped you off?
What tipped me off or what tipped Chimsy off?
New. What tipped Diane off at that it was a
No,
year ago?
I know that's when they filmed it. Because if you follow them on social media, you saw them filming this in like June of 2021.
When they were originally supposed to have the Backstreet concerts in Vegas.
Right, and that's when they canceled them. Okay, I remember now.
Which luckily was before we got flights. So
yeah.
What tipped me off, which I'll say in another episode. Actually, it's episode 3, so I'll keep it for that. But I will tell you that later. Okay. So Howie said that they've been wanting to make this album for like 20 years. Then AJ was stalking. He was excited for the album. Christmas. So they're like, we have Christmas time, and it's Christmas time again. So we're such creative names or whatever. And he's like, so he's excited for a full length album. So he's ironing his shirt as Brian sings. This may be one of our biggest albums ever. So his sweater says "Merry Effin' Christmas," but he took the exclamation mark at the end, turned it upside down so it looked like an I, and put it beside the other I. So it's like Christmas. Christmas. So anyway, right. He did spell it, and he wanted the letters to be all kind of wonky and stuff. So maybe that's why he's like, "Oh, look at me putting this crazy exclamation mark."
That's true. Probably, yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, it's
So
fine. I just noticed that. That's all.
Yes. So then Brian was next, and he said it just fits to make an album. Like we've been doing this, whatever. And then his sweater said he didn't do a sweater. He did a T-shirt. Because he needs to show off his arms. His said,
"Thank you, Brian.
It only took 28 years."
LOL.
On there, which also kind of tipped me off for the timeline, because then it would have been 29 years if it was this year. But so then Nick wanted red because of Buccaneers, and then what's her name? I forget her name already. Carly was like, "Oh, you want white?" He's like, "Right, Chicago, I wasn't listening to you." So yeah. So anyway, so she gets the red one. He was saying how he grew up with all these Christmas albums. It's perfect way to come out of the pandemic is with this album. And then he made a shirt that said "Jolly Saint Nick" with a side eye because his eye was crooked. And then Kevin was more philosophical. And it's like this album happened when it was supposed to happen. And it means more to them because they're all dads now, and now they see Christmas through their children's eyes. So that's all this stuff. And then his shirt said "Joy to the World."
Beautiful.
AJ had wrapping paper, and he's like, "I'm a rapper," and he was just being bored. And then they all posed with their sweaters. And scene. All right, 3. Merry Little Christmas.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, this is where the playlist gets a little funky. And this is kind of like there's 2 episodes missing from the playlist that I lost track of, so I'm going to follow.
They're missing 8. Hopefully they'll fix that, but
yeah,
the other ones were all there for me. I don't know. Okay. Merry Little Christmas is this episode. So AJ had this. So he said that they all had a checklist of all the songs that they wanted, and for the Merry Little Christmas, he had to start the song. That was his thing, and then he's like, "Everybody
so
sounds
much
great."
to me.
It meant so much to him. Everybody sounds great. And how they wanted the album to be as traditional as possible with BSB sprinkled in and kind of infused like their way of making it.
Their own, yeah.
And this is when I noticed that the stockings had their names, and it said "A Backstreet Christmas 2021." And then it showed the photo shoot. And then it showed a photo shoot. I think this was the one where they were wearing the red outfits. So then that one, short, sweet episode. There you go. Episode 4 is called Traditions. So then Kevin was talking about Christmas Eve. They would always go to the grandparents' house. So it would be all the grandparents, the cousins, the aunts, the uncles. Then they would spend the day at their own houses. And then they would go to this other grandparents' house at night to open more presents, because I guess they had 3 sets of grandparents because somebody had divorced and whatever. So he said it was great time, wonder time to hang out with all this family and get all these presents. Howie said his favorite thing was how Christmas brings family together because he's Catholic. They'd always go to the midnight mass. Then they would eat Puerto Rican food. I'm assuming he meant the next day during lunch, not after midnight mass. Because they
think so.
like a pig and all this stuff, and I was like, You eating at 1 o'clock in the morning?
I mean,
Well, sometimes after you go to church, you do eat something after mass.
We used to have a tradition. Like we used to, we'd go to the midnight mass, then we'd have like, was it hot chocolate and cookies, I think?
And
open one present,
only
which
one.
was pajamas, pretty much.
Oh,
and then
really? Oh, that's sneaky. Shit, you're right.
And then the next day, actually, a tradition that our parents started because we kept waking them up too early is that my mom started buying us a board game, so we could play the board game
while they slept
until they slept, and then they would come down, and then we could open the presents.
Yeah.
Smart. Very smart.
Very smart. Because Chinzi would always be the rule reader, like, I gotta read the rules. And me and brother would be like, and then like, and then Chinzi would win the game because you paid attention to the rules. So yeah.
You know, that's why you need to read the rules. The rules are there for a reason.
And listen, I'm gonna come up with my own strategy anyway, and I'm gonna lose, and it's gonna be great.
Lydia does.
That's right, because you came up with it, right?
Lydia's,
I get you. I feel you.
Yes.
Sorry. What do you say, Jen?
Okay. I said you like to epically go down when you're
I do. With like
making your own
fire.
Especially when Lydia's trying to be sneaky, that's when she fucks herself over the most in any game. Because
we've seen this in person.
You don't know the rule, and then you just like make your own thing.
Yeah.
But it's
like in Boy Band Builder. I epically lost. Wow.
Indeed.
All right, go ahead.
So they would eat the Peruvian food, Puerto Rican food. They'd be all surprised by their presents, and they would have great memories. So then Nick said that his wife is part Mexican, so she started a new tradition. I'm like, oh, okay, what's this interesting Mexican tradition that Lauren has started? She makes Mexican food. Was the tradition. So she makes tamales.
Green bean casserole and green bean
tamales and soup pasole. And but she also makes the green bean casserole that he grew up with, and that reminds him of his childhood. And he says it's lots of food and lots of fun. Then AJ said that when he was growing up, because his mom was a single mom, right? And he lived with his grandparents, so it's just
I did not know that.
him, his mom, and the grandparents. And they weren't the most well off, so they would scrounge up money to get presents for him and make him for the season and stuff. And he said he's 43-year-old that still believes in Santa Claus. And then he said, "Oh, I saw him once when I was 9, not the mall one, the real one." We're like, "Okay, Jay." And then he likes to keep.
You know what? Maybe he did. You know,
maybe he did. Maybe
out of all the people in the world, I mean, I would have. If I'm Santa, I would present myself to AJ, be like, "No one's gonna believe you." I don't know.
True. And then keeps the Santa spirit alive for these kids. And then Brian said, him and his son and his wife, their tradition is that they bake lots and lots of cookies for family, and they also donate them around the area where they live. And that Bailey is 19. So Christmas has kind of evolved.
We're old.
What?
We're old.
Yes, that's true. And that he said that when he was younger, he would like to have like a camera out to like video Bailey's face as he like would see the presents.
Yes. Instant reaction.
There was one where I guess they had some sort of Thomas the Tank Engine like ride or something, and then like the kid was like so excited and stuff. So he hopes that his son continues his traditions and stuff like that. So that was that. Next episode, which I found was entertaining as well, was the white elephant.
Oh my god, this was my almost. I think this was my favorite one.
That was pretty good. So they reached a $100 limit and had to buy a $100 present. Wrap it up.
Most of them were over 100 as well. That was funny.
Show off. Yes, but some of them I was like, I don't think this is $100, but I digress. So Kevin was like, should we talk about the white elephant in the room? And then I feel like everybody was very confused at that point.
Yes. So then Brian's like, let me explain the rules.
Yeah.
So like you pick a number, you steal, and then I wrote down okay there, buddy, but I don't know why I wrote that. Were they saying that to each other? I don't know. Anyway, so Kevin was number 1. So Howie's like, we were supposed to spend $100. Don't be cheap, whatever. So Kevin picks the gift from Nick, which was a USB drive with cryptocurrency on it.
God bless him.
But first, he thought it was a gift certificate and threw it on the ground. It was like, I'm not choosing this.
Lights, the gift certificate. So I guess this gift is about $100, but if he plays his cards right, in 1 year's time, it could be worth $8.2 million.
I mean, that's a great gift. Maybe.
If it gets to a penny or something like that.
Do we feel like it got there or no? Because I feel like
probably not.
Right.
You know, whatever. But at least
I feel like we would have heard about it, no?
Yeah, you're right. God bless Nick for trying, though. I mean, like he's into the crypto.
Yeah.
Godspeed.
Mm-hmm. Some people, there's been a little bit of unsteady market, but you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Howie's up next. So Howie, the businessman, immediately steals from Kevin. So now Howie has the crypto.
Yeah.
So Kevin decides he's going to take a gift bag, which was from AJ. And in there was lottery tickets, a flashlight, Old Spice swagger, socks, cool dad socks.
He really liked saying that, swagger.
Swagger, yes. And chapstick. So like a very classic present that, you know, us normies would give each other type thing. Then AJ was next. So he stole the crypto from Howie. So now AJ had it. So then Howie took a box that had many different shades of Just for Men in there.
Yes, that was so
Oh my gosh. I was watching Brian, and Brian's face was like so red.
Oh,
it was very entertaining.
Like embarrassed or
I don't know. It looked like he was embarrassed, but it was funny.
So Kevin called it the ultimate Backstreet Man package.
Yes.
So it had the Just for Men in different shades, so Brian could also put some in his.
Yes. Hair. Oh my god, that was funny.
It had collagen.
Yeah.
It had flashlights, so you should put in each of your bedrooms. It had reading glasses, the starter pack at the 1.25. I don't know if I misheard this or
no, you didn't.
Said this.
Yeah, you did.
Horny goat.
Yeah.
Yes. For your penis. I was like,
that's why I was like, Brian is either embarrassed or just like laughing, is very nervous or something.
So
it was
good.
very entertaining.
Yeah. Horny goat. I can't remember the word beside it, but it was some sort of like pills or something. Turmeric for your joints because you're getting old.
Yeah.
Masks, and he said they were copper fit, and that Brett Favre likes them. So if he likes them,
they're good enough for a Backstreet Boy.
They're good enough.
Oh, like they're good enough for Brett Favre. They're good enough for a Backstreet Boy.
And I'm like, who's Brett Favre? I have no
He's
idea.
a
football player. Yeah.
For which
quarterback?
Okay.
Is
I don't know.
He's not still playing though. Wasn't that like back when Something About Mary came out?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think he's retired now. He used to play for the Green Bay Packers. Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Why do we still have this open?
I have no idea.
I thought there you go.
I was going to scroll through and then I didn't. Sorry. Thank you.
We're at 117, so let's.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. There's only like 3 apps. So Brian has now taken the brown bag. So everybody else has like festive wrapping paper with like Backstreet Boys faces or whatever. This one's just like an ugly brown package.
And then we find out.
And it's a boombox. And Brian knows
Brian.
Because Brian brought the gift.
Yes.
He took his own present because he wanted to buy it for himself to put in his tiki bar.
Yeah.
So he's like, I know I like this present. So even though there were still other presents available, he took his own present.
Yeah. I've done that before too. I understand, Brian.
So then
you don't trust people.
Yes. So Nick decides to be diplomatic and take the last present that's available. And it is a Fred Siegel box. And then everyone's like, oh, Fred Siegel.
They were so excited.
They're like, there's nothing here for $100 that Fred Siegel.
Fred Siegel for $100, a pair of socks? And literally the only reason I even know about Fred Siegel is from Clueless because she bought some clothing from there. I think that yellow dress, I don't know. So anyways.
It's a Fred Siegel. It looks like underwear. That one?
Yes, exactly. Okay. Yes. No, that was Calvin Klein. That was.
Oh.
Anyways, Fred Siegel is mentioned there. Okay. It was a fucking hat. It was a baseball hat that looked like I'm like, this thing cost over $100 just because it's a Fred Siegel hat. Like, is it made of fucking gold?
Oh my gosh!
Like, I was like, okay. Howie's the one who bought it. He's like, I went over the limit, and I was just like, so you paid more than $100 for a baseball hat?
Probably with tax.
Oh my gosh!
Good job, Howie. Good job.
Maybe that's why you're like, okay, there, buddy.
I was like, okay, there. So then they determined that since Kevin had the first pick, he was allowed to pick again. So Kevin,
and he chose.
He stole the boombox from Brian.
That was smart.
And he's like, you can't even take that on a plane. What are you going to do with that? My house is here. We're in LA, blah, blah, blah. So then he's like, here you go. So then he gave him like the scratch tickets and stuff. So then Brian starts scratching the scratch tickets. And he won $20 on the first one.
There you go.
Ooh, you're up $20. So they weren't sure if they're like, scratch them all. He's like, maybe I'll just do that when we're recording and like, whatever, like the song.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Episode 6, Together Again. Brian
drink some water if you need it.
Do you need Sophia to jump in?
Keep going. No, keep going. No, I don't have any notes. No.
So they wrote the song together, and Brian wanted to build a song around the word together.
Which is very nice.
After the pandemic, so it was talking about like, so pretty much this entire episode is just them singing it in the booth and singing it around the house. It's a very short, quick episode. There you go. Number 7, no gift like the present. So Jen is back again, and she's like, "Oh, you guys ready for your surprises?" So then they were talking about what they wanted
are funny.
As kids.
This is funny.
So Nick wanted a go-kart. Kevin wanted a synthesizer, or his favorite thing was, they were talking about their favorite memories.
Or like what they wanted for Christmas when they were
or like their favorite gifts or whatever. Yeah.
I think they got it. I don't think Nick got the go-kart, but Kevin got a synthesizer. Howie got a karaoke machine. Brian wanted a basketball net thing.
Okay, I'm gonna cop in for a second because Shinzia is dying. Okay, so yes, this episode was about like what they wanted as a child for Christmas. So then their lady managers were like surprising them with it. I guess to put them in the Christmas spirit. It's hard to record a Christmas album when you're not when you're in spring, right? So I think that. So I mean, they did a valiant job of that. So yeah, they were just like they presented each of them with it, and it was super cute. Yeah. So AJ got
Kevin loved his. He was like in the corner using it already.
It was so cute. Yeah. AJ got a bike. Kevin got a synthesizer. Brian got a basketball net. Howie got a karaoke machine, and Nick got a go-kart. And they were all like playing like
and
together.
Nick fell.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was funny.
I just loved Howie was in the corner by himself with his stupid karaoke.
And then he's just like singing like what's going on in the thing.
It was
like,
so good.
Yeah.
And then Jen said that she was so proud of the hard work that they had done in the last 2 weeks. And she said, this is going to be a Grammy-nominated Christmas album. So do they have a Grammy category for Christmas albums?
Yes. Yeah, but I don't think they can do it until next year, right?
I don't know how that works.
Let's be serious. The Grammys just hate the Backstreet Boys, so really, it doesn't really matter. So,
unfortunately,
But yes, so that way. And then Brian broke the basketball net immediately. It was like trying to slam dunk. So there you go. The next episode, episode 8, is Silent Night. So it's Brian singing in the booth. He's like, this song, how can you not be emotional? It's really great songs that just falls into place. Then they have, this is where they do the photo shoot with the red outfits. Jen was talking about Nick wanted it to be slower.
Like a lullaby.
Lullaby-ish. So she's like, everyone's having really great ideas with this album. It's going so well. Sweaters and gift exchange were her favorite part of recording this album. So I guess because that's the stuff that she was involved in. I don't know. And she said she really liked them telling their stories about their past memories of Christmas and all that stuff. So she really liked that. Brian really wanted to express what we've heard over the years as a group and meeting people all over the world and kind of doing this. And he's like, you only live once. You got to make the time and appreciate people and things like that. So that's kind of what that one was about.
Very true.
Episode 9 is the last one that we've seen so far. It is called What Makes a Christmas Song? So Nick is singing This Christmas. Kevin says some songs endured, makes you feel something, makes you want to sing it again. And then Brian said something about it has to have the stuffing. Does anybody have any understanding?
Yeah, something about the stuffing, all like rolled into one. I'm guessing like the Christmas tree, the memories, that kind of thing. Okay. I think that's the gist of what he was trying to say.
Yes. And then Nick was saying that like the songs are kind of like ingrained in us because we listen to them every season. I think he meant every year or every Christmas season. And he said it's special because sometimes it's the memory of the time that your family gets together, and it like could be the only time of the year that your family gets together, like especially when they're touring and stuff. They're super busy, but then they get Christmas off, so then that's kind of like their time when they could spend with their family. And Brian said it's all about togetherness, and then he was talking about a whole bunch of things, and then he ended it with a bowl of chips and salsa. It's like
I was like, yeah, that was tasty.
Yeah, he's talking about.
I don't know what that was talking
I'm
about.
hungry right now.
I know.
I think he just like ran on and was like, okay, let's just end it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then I have Howie said something about it doesn't matter if you're singing it at Christmas or if you're recording it in the spring, like they were recording it, that people just like, you keep singing the songs, you're singing along to the songs. So he's like, the crew would be humming the songs afterwards, even though like, whatever, right? Because they're just like kind of traditional songs. And the Nick says, songs you remember will always be in your soul. We don't take away that. We wanted to add a special to it. So it's like he doesn't want to ruin your memories of these songs. They want to add to it, making their own version of these songs. And then so that was
which is nice.
And that's what we have for now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Episode 9. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And I liked all of them. They're very nice.
It was fun to see the back, behind
the scenes. Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it a lot.
By the way, anytime
content.
anyone writes behind the scenes now, they put BTS, and then
BTS.
I automatically think of BTS, and I was like, why does BTS
same.
have to do this? I was like,
Super
behind
awkward.
the scenes.
I know, right? I know. Yeah. But so we got graced with a lot of Backstreet Christmas content, which was super nice.
Yes.
So I like that a lot.
Yes,
absolutely great.
So we hope you are making a lot of memories with your families today, if you are, or if you're doing stuff on your own and not, making your own new traditions and enjoying your holiday season if you celebrate. So there you go.
Yes. And then when you finish all of that food and togetherness, come and join us for a chat.
And
on Boy Band Break.
On YouTube.
Comment in the comments and we'll get back to you guys. Send us money on Ko-fi if you have extra money so we can do more Backstreet stuff. All right? I don't know. Just subscribe, please, for the love of God. All right, guys. Love you all so much.
Thanks for taking a break with us, guys.
Until next time.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Oh.
Bye.